Assalamualaikum. My name is Nushafiqah Wahida binti Wahab. My metric number is H21E2536. Today I will explain about number 1 and number 2. From the population of 500 university students, 25 randomly selected students information about their high school GPAs, Math SAT scores, English SAT scores, Computer SAT scores, and university GPAs. 1. Develop the frequency table for math and English scores with the percent and cumulative percent frequency columns. Constructing a frequency distribution for math score. Step 1. Decide on number of classes. A way to determine the number of classes. K is the 2 to the power of k greater than n rule, where k is the classes and n is the sample in the data. There were 25 randomly selected students, so n is 25. If we try k is 5, 2 to the power of 5 equals to 32, which is greater than 25. So the recommended number of classes is 5. To determine the class interval or wide, class wide equals to max in 3 minus by min in 3 divided by number of classes. So 712 minus 552 divided by 5 classes equal to 32, but we add 1, so it's 33. We set the individual class limits. The minimum data entry is a convenience lower limit for the first class. To find the lower limits of the remaining 4 classes, add the class wide of 33 to the lower limit of each previous class. The upper limit of first class is 584, which is 1 less than the lower limit of the second class. The upper limits of the other classes are 584 plus 33 equals to 617. 617 plus 33 equals to 650, and so on. Using the same number of classes to determine class interval or wide for English scores. Repeat the same step as before to fill in the English scores tables. Number 2. Develop the histogram chart from math and English scores. A pie chart for the gender of the study samples. Math scores. Using the data from the number 1 and add the other data to make an histograms. Calculate the lower boundaries is the lower limit minus 0.5. Upper boundaries is the upper limit plus 0.5. Midpoint is the sum of the lower and upper limits of the class divided by 2. The data from the table to make an histograms. For vertical axis, use a frequency, and for the horizontal axis, use a midpoint. Repeat the same stats calculations to make a table for the English scores. One is a pie chart for the gender of study samples. The male student is 12, while the female student is 13.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Arisfana binti Tamizi. My matrix number is H21B2368, and I'm going to describe briefly about my part, which is number 3 and number 4. So basically, as for the min math SAT score, I got 616.84 for min. Okay, as for mean English SAT score, using the formula given, mean for sample is approximated by mean, which is x, equal fx divided by n, where x is a midpoint of a class and f is the frequencies of a class, while n is the number of entries in sample. So by using this formula, I got the answer, which is 592.06. And as for the standard deviation for math SAT score, I got the 50.52 simple standard deviation. The standard deviation for English SAT score, I got 54.59 sample standard deviation. Okay, as for the median math SAT score, as you can see the calculation, the median can be calculated using the following formula, which is median, where is LM, which is the lower class boundary of median class, while FM is the frequencies of the median class, and FM -1 is a cumulative frequency before the median class, while C is the class size or the class width. So the solution, while using the following formula given, I got 597.33 for the median math SAT score. While for the median English SAT score, I got 593.5. Okay, next I'm gonna move to the math SAT score. So basically, I got 576.25. And as for mode, English SAT score, I got 598.95. So for the number 4, estimate the distribution of high school GPA and computer GPA and using the test for estimating the normal, right skewed or left skewed distribution. So as for high school GPA, for mean, I got 3.01. And as you can see, for the median, I got 2.61. Obviously, as you can see, for mode, I got 3.73, and as the graph shows, it is skewed to the right if its tail extends to the right, which means the mean is larger than the median, and the median is smaller than the mode. Okay, and for the computer GPA, as for the mean, I got 3.14. While for the median, I got 2.26 and mode, I got 3.28. So from the previous data, um, as the graph shows, it is skewed to the right if its tail extends to the right. It's exactly the same just like the previous one, which means the mean is larger than the median and the median is smaller than the mode. So it's Q right.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurajana binti Jasni. My metric number is H21A2586. I will explain about the next question. Question number 5, which is calculate the confidence interval for the math and English score. Confidence interval is the mean of your estimate plus and the minus variation in the estimate. In this question, we use 95% confidence level to calculate the math and English score. To calculate this question, we use the sample mean plus or minus z alpha divided by 2 sigma divided by square root n. This formula is used when the population standard deviation is none. 95% divided by 100 equally 0.95. Where significance level alpha equal 1 minus 0.95 equal 0.05 divided by 2 equals 0.025. After calculate, we get the answer, which is 5997.04 and 636.64, which 95% confidence. The limit range of math score is between 599.7.04 and 636.64 based on sample data. For the English score, the same calculation is used to obtain a confidence interval, which 95% confidence. The limit range of English score is between 506.66 and 613.46 based on sample data. Okay, the next question is draw a scatter plot comparing the student high school GPA to their overall university GPA. What does the relationship appear to be? Okay, the answer is we use the graph scatter plot. In the slide, the graph scatter plot is of high school GPA and overall university GPA. We get the graph scatter plot which calculate the mean of high school GPA and university GPA. We calculate the data in Excel. which plus all the data and divided by quantity of the white number in data, and we get the answer, and use the answer to get the scatter plot graph. For the relationship appear to be is the mean of high school GPA has been increasing position almost linearly during the university GPA. The trend is a moderate one, no universal data point, and the data clustering is detected.
Hello and greetings. My name is Irene Bunsi Anak Sidi and my matrix number is H2A2099. So I will explain the question of number 7, which is what is the correlation between high school GPA and overall university GPA? So as you can see here is the calculations of the correlations, and the overall answer of x, y, x square, y square, and xy. So you just put the overall answer of x, y, x, y, x square, y square, xy into the formula. For example, the formula is about r equals to sum up of xy minus x, sum up of x and sum up of y equals to n. N is 25. Why? Because 25 is the number that you calculate from each school, so you'll get 25 of it. So you divide it into 25, then you divide it again, then until you get the answer. So the answer is r equals to 0.849. There is a strong positive correlations at 0.49 between high school GPA and overall university GPA. That's all for me. Thank you. Now we move to the next question, which is question number 8. 8A. This question is about calculate each of these means of mathematics scores and English scores. So as you can see, these are the formula of means, which is x bar equals to sum up f of x divided to n. So in mathematics score, n is 10. So 568 is the highest number. So 568 divided into 10, and the answer for x bar in mathematics score is 56.8. Meanwhile, the English score, the n is 9. So 605.5, which is the highest number in means in English scores, divided into 9, then the x bar for English scores is 67.28. And the mean average of for English scores is the higher than the mean of mathematics scores. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurizatul Binti Abdul Rahman. My metric number is H1A2606. So I will present the part question 10. Question 10A and B. So for the question 10A, regression equation, y a plus bx, or the value of a and b in the regression equation, it can be calculated using this formula on the slide. So where n number of predata, cumulative x, sum of x minus value, x mean of x minus value, y mean of y minus value, and cumulative x square and y square, sum of value variable x or y in column x square and y square, square of the sum of all the value variable x or y. So for the question 10b, what is the R square of the model? After using the formula given, we can see the final answer on the slide. And next page is the method that we use to calculate this question. So based on this formula, R is mean percent correlation or coefficient, N is mean number of observation, cumulative xy mean sum of the product x and y, cumulative x square, sum of square of value of variable x, and the final answer is 0.832. There is moderate positive correlation at 0.832 between math score and English score.